Hello, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darrell Kwao. Former Senior Public Affairs Specialist with the U.S. Food and Drugs Administration, Dr. Delcia Granville, has lamented the huge disconnect between quality and labeling, which has seen many products from Ghana restricted from the U.S. She admonished exporters not to venture into the U.S. market without knowing the rules and regulations involved. According to her, the FDA has resolved to reach agreements with countries that do well in making food safety a priority. She's been speaking to Charles Aite at the ongoing Africa Growth Opportunity Act AGWA Trade Expo in New York in the USA.
Dr. Delcia Granville is also a former public affairs specialist with the FDA here in the USA. She's been detailing to me the various processes and rules of engagement that entails shipping from your various locations in Africa, Ghana, to the United States of America. Her submission gives much explanation to the various reasons why most products from the Ghanaian market get rejected here in the US.
Many countries do not have laws like the FTA to make sure that the products are being properly labeled. And what does that mean? So the nutritional facts, including the contents, the calories, the ingredients, the colors, or any type of ingredients that the manufacturer use in the product. So if you're having a beverage, you have to know about the content. What is the ingredients of this product? What are the coloring that you're using in the product? Is that being recognized as safe? Also, you need to see the processing. What is the processing? You want to make sure that the product is being processed to prevent bacteria, the packaging, like if it's a juice. So you need to follow a hazard protocol. So if you want to bring a product to the United States, you want to make sure that that product is safe. And how will you know that? By knowing the regulations. The embassies, the consulates, the FDA is in many different countries.
And the regional director for the U.S. EXIM in the person of Richard Foy has also been explaining to Joy Business the various arrangements that the U.S. government has put in place to ensure that the outsourcing of merchandise from the U.S. government to various Ghanaian companies is successful. According to him, various programs like that of the AGWA are being put in place by the U.S. government in terms of priority to ensure that Ghanaian goods and services and that of Africa as well are safeguarded within the U.S. trade zone.
Charles Aite reporting from New York in the US. Now, the confit juice is set to hit the market early enough for Christmas. Director of Operations Frederick Akwa says over 100,000 boxes of fresh juice will hit the market by next week. Odilia Ntiama was in the factory and reports.
What this place is doing some 80,000 fruits in a day, 160,000 boxes of juices actually being churned out also in a day. So guess what? We will not be having, fruit juices being shot in the market, and it actually does not come with any additives or preservatives. I'm here with Frederick Akwa, who is actually the Director of Operations here at the Confit Juices factory, to fill us in on the latest as to what's going on here. Fred, I started this journey.
Sure.
Haven't gone to the farm to see the outgrowers and all that. How many fruits will you be crushing in here in a day? And do you have the fruits available? Because that's the question that a lot of people have asked when it comes to sustainability.
Okay, so as you can remember from the early days that we used to do the weeding with you, we had targets of 10 tons per hour as our processing capacity. Interpretation of 10 tons per hour is 10,000 fruits. So if we are working on a normal 8-hour shift, we need 80,000 fruits to do that. 80,000, we are talking about 400 acres of pineapples.
And how many acres do you have now?
So we have close to 1,000 now because, we would enter production and then begin to stagger into the market. So it wasn't too good beginning because we have an actual annual capacity or annual projection of 5,000 acres. But per our plan and programs, we're going to have this achieved between the third and the fifth year. So we had planned to do about 1,000 before we begin production, and then to roll over as we move along, and that's exactly what is happening. So we have enough to begin with we're praying that we have acceptability generally, so we can do a very good offtake, and then we can continue to produce.
You promised that you're going to hit the market by mid of December, give or take by 15th.
Yeah, sure. So we plan to hit the market by next week. That's the mid of December, to be ready for Christmas.
Okay. How many are you pushing onto the market by then?
We're still working around that one, but we'll push enough to get everybody to taste the juice.
Okay.
And while on that juicy note, I hand you over to Enimwa.